Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton Daily Live. Just a few technical issues there trying to get sorted, but we are sorted now. It is Monday the 23rd of March. Joined in the studio by Andy Reid, who is over from Alabama. Yes, he's from here. He's an Evertonian, but he now lives in the United States. But he was over to watch Everton's magnificent victory on Saturday. And I mean, what a game you picked to come over for.
Yeah, we couldn't have picked a better game. Absolutely amazing. Had my family with me. I brought 22 people from Alabama, and I think they had the time of their lives. So I definitely did.
So come on, give us the little backstory. What you do in Alabama and who you didn't just pick 22 randomers off the streets of Alabama to bring them to Hill.
No, so I'm a director at a soccer club. Football club over in Alabama, and so we just started doing the tours. One of my best friend, who's from Portsmouth, that's where I'm from, he started doing tours a few years ago, and he asked if I wanted to do a tour, and so we're just overdoing that. And basically we're doing Everton, Man City, and I think we're going to Bolton as well. So, okay. But we started with Everton because we wanted to go and watch the Everton game, and yeah, as you said, what a game, eh? What a game.
What a performance. I mean, incredible day on Saturday. Playing a game on Saturday for a start is a novel thing for Everton, Hill Dickinson. Yeah. And obviously the weather was incredible. The coach welcome. The atmosphere, when you got into the ground, was electric. And the players delivered.
They did. Absolutely magnificent. We were actually lucky enough to be right by the gate where the coach came in.
Right.
So we were pretty much in the absolute middle of the madness, and yeah, it was. I'm just really glad because I'm trying to get people from Alabama to, number one, know who Everton are, but also I want them to support the club I love. Mm-hmm. So for them to be able to experience that. And then, obviously, the game, I don't think there could have been a better day at all. And before we actually went to the ground, we were at the U18 game, which was also a really great experience. And the U18s won 4-2. So it's just been a magnificent day, magnificent weekend so far. And we still have a few more days left over here. They're all in Manchester right now, but. I'm back in the city that I love.
What did you make sort of Everton's overall performance though? Because it wasn't a hanging on 1-0 scrape of victory, was it? Against a team who were very expensively put together and do have some excellent footballers. But
they do.
Everton, I thought
we were absolutely professional all over the pitch. From start to finish, I thought the first 30 minutes, I thought we weren't under immense pressure, but Chelsea looked a good team, like you said, with all the players. But I think we stifled them. I think we controlled the game pretty well. And then, we got the goal, phenomenal goal, great pass, even better finish. And then from that moment on, I thought we were pretty much untouchable. The save from Pickford, I think, was a very important one because had Chelsea scored that, maybe we would be having a different conversation. But he made the save. How he gets up so quickly and so far, I don't know. He's just brilliant. I think he's absolutely brilliant. And he really kept the momentum up for us. And then the second half, they just didn't really do anything, did they? We just cancelled them out, and then Beto scores his goal. We'll talk about the goalkeeper probably in a bit, but and then obviously the third goal, just you can't get better than that goal.
Their goal was like an old-fashioned Everton goal, wasn't it? Ball up, big centre
header,
forward, flicks it on, and obviously the finish was absolutely outrageous.
Yeah, but no goalkeeper saved it.
No,
not even bad ones like Sanchez.
Yeah. Well, it was the top. It was the top. It was the top of top corners, wasn't it? Yeah. You couldn't have got it any more perfect, and that's what we need. We need Njai to do that because he's a fantastic dribbler. Not often enough is there an end product from him.
No.
But that was top draw. The finish was top.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, like I said, you could see the reaction from him. You could see the reaction from the crowd. They knew that goal was special.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was actually where I was sitting, which was quite close to you. The angle, I had the perfect angle for it. Yeah. I was right there, and like
when it left his foot, you knew it was in. Didn't it was just such a
my brother was celebrating before the ball went in.
Yeah, it was incredible. When he cut back in, it was just, can you get it back onto you? Can you get the shot away? The minute it left his foot, we were up. Yeah. Because it was, you could see the keeper got nowhere near it.
Icing on the cake, really, you know.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
The performance deserved.
I'll be honest, I wanted another couple, and we almost got it.
Nearly did.
Dewsbury Hall and Irabunum almost, and Barry almost had the tap in at the back, just went behind him, and the keeper pushed it out. But that was what I mean about it. Wasn't, hanging on, kicking the ball anywhere. No. It was so controlled and measured, and Jordan, we needed Jordan. Listen, Jordan cost us the game at Arsenal last week.
He did.
With just an error. But on Saturday, he won us. He's made an unbelievable save from Fernandes, like you said. And there was another one again. It was from Fernandes in the second half where he curls a crossing, and Michael Keane lets João Pedro run off him, but Pickford just gets there. Yeah. It's an important hand because that's only 1-0 at that time. And then that was sort of it. After that, I know they hit the bar off a corner, but I think his hand's next to the bar, Pickford, so I'm not convinced that they'd gone in anyway.
No, I think
that was really it. That was really... I think Everton done really well to block off the space.
Even the best goalkeepers, they've got a mistake in them, and
they make an error.
Yeah,
it's invariably a goal, isn't it?
And the one against Arsenal was a bad mistake, but he's been amazing for Everton. He's been, he's arguably one of our best, if not the best goalkeeper we've ever had. I mean, I always put Neville at the top.
Neville's the best goalkeeper.
But I don't think he's definitely the second best we've ever had. I think, in my opinion, of course, all right up there.
He's definitely up there. No, I'm just thinking of Nigel Martin was incredible.
Nigel Martin was good. Tim Howard was always. He was
better than Howard. Howard was a good keeper. Pickford's better than Howard. Yeah. He probably is the second best, but I loved Nigel Martin as well because there was no
he
fuss.
Was good. Very, very solid.
Just a brilliant goalkeeper. But Pickford, he has been unbelievable since he came in and was really strong, wasn't he? And then he made that mistake at Anfield. What a mistake!
Yeah, I know.
And that sort of then got in, and he was a bit immature, like when we played Newcastle. And I remember the one we were 2-0 up in the game, and we got beat 3-2, and he was in with the crowd, and he was like this laughing, and he saved the pet, and he played well, and then in the end made a couple of mistakes, and we got beat, and then he sorted his head out, and I can remember the game he come back in COVID, the derby at Anfield when we won. He'd seen a psychologist in that time. I think Robin Olsen played a few games. The manager took him out. He might have had a little injury as well. And he come back that derby at Anfield and we won 2-0. He made a save from Henderson and Salah, 2 brilliant saves. Since then, he's been so consistent. Yeah. He has made mistakes, and there's goals where you look and go, probably should have done better.
Yeah.
But overall, his level is up there.
He's been lights out, really, hasn't he? I mean,
he might have been in a different league if it wasn't for Jordan Pickford a couple of times.
Yeah, I was about to say he's probably saved us a good couple of seasons. Some of the saves he's made have kept us up, haven't they? So I'm glad he's ours. I don't think he's going to be going anywhere.
No,
I think he's ours until we say he's not, and I'm absolutely happy with that. There's no question who England's number one is.
No.
And I'm looking forward to seeing him on Friday. If he plays, of course, which I'm sure he will. So yes, I'm really excited to see him again, and Jimmy Garner, who fully deserves it. Fully deserves his call up because he was immense.
Gardner, that's the manager.
Gardner, yeah. So he deserves it. I think Kiernan. I think Kiernan's really unlucky to miss out. I think he deserves to be in the team as well, but. It shows that we're doing the right things, and the players are doing the right things, and they're getting recognition for it. So, long may that continue.
James Garner was excellent again.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely everywhere. Everywhere.
I think Idrissa just shaded him.
Yeah.
I think Idrissa was every bit.
He broke everything up, didn't
he? Everything. But James Garner and Hughes, the three of them were fantastic, though.
Yeah.
There wasn't anybody. Michalenko has been a bit hit and miss. Saturday was brilliant, and he had Esteban, I thought looked like their best player when he came on.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't start.
Neto, well, I like Pedro Neto, but Michalenko had him. But Michalenko was good. Jake O'Brien was good. Keane was excellent. Tarkovsky was excellent, as he mostly is. the midfield three I've talked about. McNeil did a good job before he looked knackered.
He did. Beto probably had his best game.
Beto, best game for probably of the season.
Yeah.
Might even be for a bit longer. And obviously Njai there. And then the lads who come on, the subs all contributed because they had to, and they did do. So, you know, it was one I give man of the match, I think, to Beto, because I think he did 2 goals and an assist. How are you not getting man of the match?
He worked hard. So, you know, I think him or Drissa or Jimmy. I think they're my 3, but I would give it to Beto for the goals. Yeah.
But brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And all-star. And Jordan, of course, got his 100th clean sheet for Everton, which is a tremendous. Jacob, what? I'm on this camera. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. You can just leave it on the 2 if you want, but yeah, Jordan Pickford got his 100th clean sheet for Everton.
That's massive.
Which is an incredible number,
yeah,
really.
It's massive.
And again, more evidence of the job that he's doing.
Yeah.
Solid, consistent.
Again, just he's the best goalkeeper we got in the country, and that's it. There's always a debate about, you know, I have friends that say, oh, you know, he's not the best, but he is. He's way ahead of everybody else, in my opinion, but he is the best.
Emma says, and she's right, James Garner was average as fuck, but Jimmy Gardner is unbelievable.
Oh, Jimmy Gardner's the best player I've ever seen.
Exactly. You know, since Moyes come in, Jimmy Gardner.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just the names holding them back when Moyes started saying Jimmy Gardner. Next minute he's like, unbelievable now.
He's got a lot to live up to, right?
He's played really well though, hasn't he, since Moyes come in?
Yeah, brilliant. Well, they all have, haven't they?
Chris Castell.
That's my best friend.
Says Andy Reid, the legend of soccer in the USA. So just while it was on, I just wanted to...
Nah, that's my best mate.
There you go. Well, he likes it. So there you go, evidently.
He's his company EPL Tours is that's why we're here. It's because of him. So big thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Brilliant. James Garner's been fantastic, like you say. Has deserved this call up. And when you look at some of the centre backs, you do think, you know, is there a shout for Tarkowski to have been called up? You know, no one's been better than him probably over the last few years.
I think if he was ever going to be called up, I mean, it might have been, you know, maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
I think his time has passed. Sad, but you know, I think he's maybe a dying breed of centre back. I mean, the way he throws his ball, his whole body in front of that ball, and I love him. He's solid. He's a bit of an arsehole to play against.
He's horrible.
You know, he's not the nicest of players. But, you know, again, you know, this is old-fashioned kind of centre-back, and he's been absolutely brilliant for us. It was a great signing. Yeah,
he has for nothing as well.
And like I say, with Michael Keane, I know you have your opinion of Michael Keane, but I think, you know, I think Moyes is getting the best out of him as well.
He's done well. Yeah. He's done well this season. Doesn't mean... The best partnership, Brandthwaite and Tarkowski. No question. Story.
No question. I'm looking forward to
O'Brien will go in there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing those two together. Yeah.
Keane's been really good this season. He has.
Best striker
and
we got.
And that's what you've got to... No, definitely not. But it's going to be an important summer. It's going to be a strange summer because I do look and think 3 and 4 of these who are in the team now, I don't believe will be here next season. I don't know about Keane. Everton continually link with John Stones.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not sure if Keane will stay. He might do. He might well do for another year. But McNeil, I think, will go.
I think so, yeah.
And I think Beto will go because I just don't... When you look at the age of him, giving him an extension makes no sense.
No, I wouldn't extend it.
It doesn't make any sense. And they're not going to let him go for nothing. And I think the lad... will want. I mean, listen, he might get another 5 or 6 goals, and Moyes might go. We just need, you know, I don't know, but when you look at it, what Everton seem to be trying to do is moving away from that to try to build the model in. So that leaves like Beto, McNeil, Keane, and Michalenko at the moment. It's a strange one because
I'd keep him.
But he's out of contract. There's nothing. And now, listen, that could change any day. We could hear he signed a new deal or whatever.
Yeah.
But just right now, and he was linked, of course, heavily with Roma the other day, which is an easy link, you know, owner and all that.
Yeah.
But I know Lazio looked at him and Napoli.
He would suit Italy.
So Italy's
really
a bit of a thing. So it is interesting. You look at it that way and go, I wonder what they're gonna do with. And then obviously there's a bit of uncertainty with Jack Grealish, but I think he'll.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's.
Just got to make the numbers.
I think he loves playing for Everton. I think he's.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's found his club. You know, brilliant player. I still think he needs to be used centrally behind the striker. Like we discussed earlier. I think that he's very good on the left. He can go on the right. But I think the amount of fouls that he gets, if we can get a really good set piece taker, a free kick taker, even though Jimmy Garner's pretty good. Gardner.
Maybe when he's taking it, he should say he's James Garner, though, because for Forest, he was really good, wasn't he?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe that, you know.
I think Grealish will stay. I think Mikalenko might be worth another couple of years, but as a squad player, not a starting left back.
It's him, though, isn't it? The press, the power's all with him because he's 26.
Which isn't
out
too
of contract. He might be looking for big money, and Everton might be like.
Will he get big money though? If he goes to Italy, probably not.
We get more than what maybe Everton are offering him.
Maybe.
Because if someone's going to take him in Italy, they're probably taking him as the starting left back, aren't they? If David Moyes wants a more, and he apparently does want more attacking fullbacks.
Good.
Then maybe. I'm not saying, listen, like I've just said, there could be an announcement any day that says Mikalenko's staying. But that's why it's a tricky one, I think, because he might be looking and thinking, well, you're not going to have to pay a fee for me.
True.
So therefore, I could, because you know what the representative, like, Miko might be like, I quite like it here, but his agent might be like, well, we've got bites in Italy and these are looking at giving you this, and this. And agents' jobs, lest we not forget, is to move players on. Because that's when they take their cuts.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, they're not happy with players remaining.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right with the 4. I think you're right with the 4. It's interesting to see how much we're going to get out of Idrissa.
Well, he's another one. Like I said, he was outstanding. I'd keep him next season, but it would be the minutes will be dropped down for me
for sure.
The reliance on him. I don't know whether. Listen. He still ran around that pitch on Saturday as a 36-year-old with more energy than the likes of Casado and you know, Lavia and Fernandes.
He bossed the midfield, didn't he?
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
He hasn't. When he came back from AFCON, the first few games, he looked hard on his feet. And I think the manager done him no favours. He should have took him out for me. The last couple, he's looked like he's right back on it again.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean in 12 months he's still going to be doing it. So I think I would have him for the squad, absolutely. That doesn't mean I don't think he can play in the team because he's demonstrating he can.
Where do you think Merlin Rowe's going to come in then?
But then I was just going to say...
He's supposed to be... We've got an obligation. It's not an option, it's an obligation. Yeah, it's an obligation.
Well, it was the obligation was if Everton didn't get relegated. Mm-hmm. I don't think Everton are getting relegated, so ergo, we're going to have to sign him.
Because he's got a good build to him and, you know, he looks like he can get around the field.
I think he's decent. We haven't seen anything amazing from him, but we saw at like Villa, and I really like Villa's midfield. He was him and Harrison Armstrong and James Garner were fantastic that day. Now that's got to be the standard for Rowe. Every time he plays, he's got to produce a level of performance like that.
He hasn't had a chance since, has he? He hasn't had a look.
So you've got to look at it and go, well, okay, there's Harrison Armstrong, who's outstanding talent. He's got to be nurtured. There's Merlin Rowe, who we're going to 23 years of age coming in. Well, Tim Iraburum, who again come on Saturday and powerful. I really liked him. I do. I really like him. I think if that decision making is a bit sharper, he's got all the tools.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got Garner and you've got Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah.
So when you're looking like that, now do Everton, in an ideal world, Everton are going to get a sort of like a powerful playmaking midfielder or someone like, I like Fernandes at West Ham. If they went down, he'd be good.
But they could, that's where they could utilise Jack.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So they mightn't be looking at that. Moyes might be going, we're actually okay in there. So that negates the need to go and get a creative midfield. Although I think that Fernandes would be really good. There's a couple of others who you look at and go, mind him in there.
Yeah.
He'd changed the way we played. The full-backs we're crying out for now. He's good at job as the two lads did at the weekend, and they did.
They did, yeah.
We need them. And then if we come back to the centre-forward, and Ciano Barry, I still think he'll be here next season.
I don't, but
listen, I'm sure there'll be thingy, but I think, like anything, things blow over, and he gets 2 or 3 goals. I think...
I hope he smashes it. I really do. Because it's only going to benefit Everton. So,
it's up to him. isn't it? It's up to him to. He's pissed off Evertonians, so he's got to come back and
you would never have
win
guessed he
that
pissed
trust.
off Evertonians, would you?
Got to win that trust back, haven't you?
Got a lovely reception.
Yeah, I mean, I totally disagreed with that. I think just don't do anything.
Yeah.
I think just do not. But people are frustrated and not happy. So fair enough. Everyone
But
could do whatever they
what would
want.
the fans have done had he scored? Gone mental, right?
Of course, because that's
So,
football.
yeah.
We all reserve the right to be annoyed with people.
Of course, yeah,
if we
yeah.
feel like they've wronged us or they've been unfair.
Yeah.
And I think Evertonians just felt he should have just kept his mouth shut, and he should have done.
Probably, yeah.
There's no difference. He should have gone to the club and
Just
gone,
should have just let
this
it.
happened. What do you advise? And the club, I'm sure, would have said, don't be putting anything on social media. Let the investigation take place. Whatever. But it's up to him to win the trust back now.
Yeah.
Now listen, Everton aren't going to sell him because someone's going to have to come in and pay at least what Everton have paid for him.
Yeah.
And
Can't see it.
I don't see it at the minute. So that's why he's not, for me, he won't go anywhere. But I do think there's a player in there as well, absolutely. I think he's got better all season. He's still not at the level we want him to be at.
A lot of players...
But he's a younger player, so that's why I think Everton will buy at least one more striker.
No, they have to. They have to. Yeah.
And we saw the lap at the weekend. I know a lot of people don't like the lap either.
He's a Moyes striker,
I think he's
though,
got
isn't he,
something. I think he's got something. He touched the ball twice or something when he come on. He's definitely got something. But I must admit, I've watched him a few times this season and he hasn't pulled up any trees. I've been a bit
looks like a bit of a battering ram.
Well, he is. I think he's a little bit more than that. But when he's come on for Chelsea, yeah. My first thing I'd do with him is make him wear his socks up to his knees for a start. Just looks like a...
Stop cutting the socks as well. Looks bad, doesn't it?
Oh, the holes? No,
Yeah.
doesn't do that. Yeah, they're nonsense. Yeah. But wear the socks to the knees.
Yeah.
Reinvent yourself, lad, because you look like an old-fashioned centre-forward in the 88th minute. Your socks around your ankles and get your socks up. Work your bollocks off, get fit. I do think he can get you goals. But it's what kind of striker Moyes wants. And he probably does lend himself to it a lot. But we've mentioned on here Troy Parrott a few times as a
I think we might have missed out
option.
on that one. I think that might be too late. But yeah, he looks a good player, though, Troy Parrott. He's scoring some absolutely banging goals. I don't know. I'd like I would just like a really pacey striker. Someone that's got lightning pace. Off the shoulder of last defender constantly. I mean, to be fair, I think Delap is quite similar to Beto and Barry, because Beto and Barry are quite similar. So I think we just need a completely different option.
I want a footballer up there.
Yeah.
Lad who can play up there.
Someone that gets the ball, runs at the defenders,
and
he's
got a pass in him, can do bits and pieces. And
I don't see Delap as that player.
He's got a little bit about him 1v1.
Yeah.
Delap, you can get him edge of the box. He has got a trick in him to go by a player and get a shot away. Beto and Barry don't really have that. They're more other. Beto's a runner. Barry's is a penalty box striker. Really, if you can get him. But we don't.
But we keep on getting linked with the same old type of striker, same old player, and you look at like Brentford and Bournemouth, they're pulling these players out of nowhere. And they're good players. Like
patient.
Yeah, like Ryan. What a player he's going to be.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah,
he looks whether we'd
and
have
Thiago.
the patience for him. I don't know.
Thiago looks good from Brentford.
He's had an outstanding season.
So they're finding these. There are strikers out there. It just depends on like how far Everton want to go and look. But a club like us, we should be everywhere.
Well, I think
it's difficult to do.
I think I mean, we were linked with Promise David, the Canadian. He's another big, powerful striker, and it's like we keep landing on the same.
Yep.
I don't mind, that obviously.
And obviously, Richarlison links are going to come back if Spurs go down.
He's got he knows where the net is, doesn't he? Richarlison.
He does.
Knows where the net is. Obviously loves Everton. I watched Spurs yesterday. He was their only sort of real threat, and they took him off. So good riddance to them, doing that nonsense. But leaving Solanke on for some reason. But anyway, there's not loads of them about. That's the problem. So that's why I'd like to see me personally. I'd sell Beto, even though he was excellent the weekend.
He was.
But I just think with a year left, I don't see Everton giving him an extension. So therefore,
no point.
I don't think they're going to let him walk out for nothing. So therefore. So if you're going to do that, then I think you bring two in and you say to Barry, because Everton aren't going to let him go either, you say to Barry, well, you're in with 3 now, and you're going to have to work doubly hard. I'd try and get Parrott because he's different to anyone we've got.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably will. I think Everton will go for Liam Delap no matter what I sit here and say and what you sit here and say. They're getting Emmanuel Omega, Chelsea.
I mean, personally, I would rather not go for Delap because again, it's just the same profile of striker we keep on going for. Parrott would be out of the plays you just said. I'd go for him.
You see, if you got a Troy Parrott, I'm not saying again, he could come in and it just doesn't work because he's not lightning pace, but he's not slow. But I think if you got him and you did get Delap, say, just let's use Delap as well, for argument's sake, then the lap thing could be a loan with an obligation for a year. So you defer in the payment 12 months down the line. But you're getting 2 different types, and you've got Tierno Barry. You'd almost have 3. Troy Parrott's a player who can play off the striker in that pocket that you were talking about with Grealish because he's a clever footballer. So therefore, you're almost doing 2 different roles. Do you know what I mean? You've got a Delap or a Barry as your 9, and then you've got Parrott who can pop in them pockets because he's got good vision on him, can get goals.
I think
he couldn't play that all the time because he's not going to do the other stuff away from home.
No, I think if Everton want to be at the levels that we want to be at, then having 3 different types of strikers is the way that they have to do. Changing games. Different strikers change different games. Same with like that's why Grealish I think is really important because you can stick him behind the striker and he's going to cause loads of problems. He's going to get free kicks. He will create a lot of goals. I feel as though sometimes when he plays on the left he's very isolated because he doesn't have a lot of pace.
But
and
he doesn't have a flying left back, does he?
But he not yet. Fingers crossed. But I think that he would be an important signing for Everton. I mean, he was brilliant for us, the first part of the season, and he's very versatile. But for me, I want pace on the wide areas. He doesn't give us that. No. Now, you could have a pacey left midfielder, right midfielder, and then him behind the striker. And then, as the game's progressing and you need to change, then you can bring someone else on, maybe tighten up the midfield and push him out to the wide areas. But I've always seen Jack Grealish as more of a 10. Free role, go and cause havoc. But the three different types of striker would be absolutely essential for us to be a top team. Again.
I think what Moyes would more likely do is grab one, whoever that is, whether it's the lap or whatever, and then grab a hybrid. So a lad that can go. And again, I've mentioned them all season. I'm not going to stop. Why not? Francolino to you, someone like that who's in between the two. He's a striker, but he can play wide. Or Richarlison fits that bill. Can play wide and through the middle.
That's one I'd probably end up leaning towards because I think it's just the romance of him coming back. I think it might be just he's not going to turn Everton down. I don't think.
No,
Richarlison, he wants to come back.
He's trying to get back since he went.
Yeah, so it depends how much Spurs want for him. I suppose
he's only got a year left as well.
If they go down, it's going to be nice and cheap, isn't it? So fingers crossed they do. Big club,
for that reason.
Yeah, of course.
No, listen, they're the steps to take to improve it. But I think when you're looking at it, you have to say, we come back from Newcastle away. They were excellent. Got a great result there. Beat Burnley. They were excellent at Arsenal. Just
very unlucky.
Jordan just made an error and it ended up costing us. And Saturday they were excellent. They're in a really good bit of form at the moment. They're looking like a team that is on the mark, knows what it's doing. Have got the bit between the teeth, working for each other. 3 weeks doesn't help now.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe they can go back to Portugal and
come do
the magic out there again, and then come back. Because Brentford, the next game's Brentford.
And that's a key game.
I'm actually kind of glad we're playing them away because we're very,
we owed them anyway.
Yeah,
after what happened at Hill Dickinson, we owed them because we did not turn up that day.
Yeah, we got 2 very, very big games coming up. Brentford, then Liverpool, and I think if we can get 2 wins there, which we can do. I mean, Liverpool are very beatable. They lost 10 games, haven't they? Brentford, I think, will be tough. They're a very good team, Brentford, and I think they've done exceptionally well. But if you get the 6 points out of that, I think you are odds on for getting into that European spot.
Bleeding Champions League running,
and that'd be how mad would that be in the Champions League? But it's not impossible. The league's kind of crazy this season, and I love it. It's brilliant.
It's crazy. I hope. I mean, I'm all for the Conference League, me, because I think Moyes should.
Good chance in that one.
I think Everton would win it.
Yeah, Yeah, you would have to say would be one of the favourites.
We'd have a very good chance of winning it.
Yeah.
Saying we'd win it is a bit probably a stretch, but we'd have
better chance.
We'd have a really good chance of winning it, and then of course you win it, you're in the
keep going,
league,
keep going, build it up, build it up,
build it up.
Keep on getting more better players.
But none of us are turning the Champions League down, simply because
the money.
It's about 100 million just for being in it, or 80 million or something.
The players that want to play in it,
but
nice
I think
new
Europe
stadium
gives you the basis, doesn't it? But again, we've got it almost.
But that stadium, imagine that stadium in Europe. I mean, the atmosphere Saturday is one of the best I've ever seen.
That was top.
Yeah,
it was top.
Absolutely unreal.
We've had
and in Europe. I mean, I've always seen, even though I've only seen them on TV mostly in Europe, but we're the best fans, and in Europe, Everton fans are absolutely crazy. So, and you think about that stadium on a European night, absolutely bouncing. It'll be absolutely bouncing.
There was a moment on, I think I might have said this in my Matt Jackson thing actually, but there was a moment in the second half when it was 2-0 and nothing come of it, but Dewsbury all picked the ball up and just broke with it, and the crowd.
The second half.
In the second half, he was running, but it was on the other side. It wasn't on our side. It was on, and he was just travelling with the ball, and people started standing up, and the noise level went up. And because it was like a lovely day, and you looked at the lights were on it, and it just felt like we felt at that moment like a team that was a top team, and we were just in the flow state, as they call it. And he was travelling with the ball, and the crowd were on it, and it was like, this is what this place is built for. A really good side. And you're right, with European football, we just got to create that atmosphere. The 1878, by the way, massive.
Brilliant, yeah.
Kudos to them, the coach welcome. We had a few naysayers on Friday on here that didn't like the idea of it.
Yeah.
It contributed massively to that Saturday.
It did.
And the flag display before the game, unbelievable. And then the crowd were top, and the players, that intensity, just the electricity just went into off the stands into them and bounced back into the stands. And let's be honest, the world champions couldn't live with us.
Well put. World champions didn't look like world champions, did they?
Well, that's because we made them not look. So were we indirectly the world champions? Really? They were world champions. We've just beat them. So does that make us better than the world champions?
Nah,
that's what you got to ask yourself.
We're Florida Cup champions.
We are Florida Cup. You'll
Can't
never
take that away.
Yeah,
Can't
you'll
take
never
it away.
say that.
I'll say this is that my feedback from the people I brought over from Alabama, just watching their faces, because obviously they're used to American football, college and whatnot, and basketball, baseball. They were saying like the noise was just constant, and they're not they're not used to that because when I go and watch Alabama play, which is one of the top college teams in America, they'll shout for a little while, and then, or if there's a touchdown or touchdown pass or whatnot, they'll cheer that, and then it's relatively quiet, throughout the game. So for them to come over and that South Stand was absolutely banging the whole the whole game. It was a great experience, and watching my dad's face. I was in tears 3 times. My dad's pretty old, so I wanted to make sure that he got.
Sure, he won't mind you saying that.
He won't care. He honestly doesn't care. He came up from Portsmouth with my brother, all Everton fans, and just watching his face. I tried to film it, but the steward was standing right in front of him. I'm like, get out of the way, dude. I'm trying to film my dad. But as he walked in, you could see like he was just amazed at it at the stadium, and he said to me like, we're going up, like we're on the up.
We're on the up.
This is the best thing he's seen. But Everton scored, tears. So I had to turn away because I started getting teary. Second goal, thank you Sanchez, tears. Even worse, but he lost it on the third goal, and so I lost it. And probably for 10 minutes of the game after the goal, my best friend was hugging me, and he knew how special it was, and I got to experience an outstanding performance from our boys, and I got to experience with my brother and my dad and my best friend who I grew up with, and he's a United fan, by the way, but he was singing all the Everton songs, and he was getting into it. Secret soft spot for Everton, I think, but he won't admit that, will you, Chris? But it was absolutely magic, and I'm over the moon. One of the best days of my life. not
To me, I mean,
it really is.
To share it with your dad like that and in that place as well. And,
Yeah.
and Saturday, I mean, I'd said the stadium needed that. That was what I put on the thing, and it did. Listen, Brighton was incredible day one. It was incredible. That it was like a celebration, and we're finally here. All of this stuff, and it was great, and we won.
Yeah.
And it was a great day, and it was very similar to Saturday. It was boiling, lovely day. You come
lovely.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, lovely.
You know, and then we had the moments against Crystal Palace, Grealish's injury time winning. That was the roof come off. That was fantastic. You know, Forest was a really, and Fulham were easy, routine home wins, really good. United atmosphere had gone up a notch because it'd been poor, so it'd gone up
it kind
a
of went
notch.
down a little bit,
But
didn't it?
obviously we lost the game, but that Saturday was top, and it needed. That felt like people jumping up when we put a tackle in.
Yeah.
That kind was Goodison.
Important.
Things of when they misplaced a pass.
Kind of reminiscent of when Phil Neville went in on
exactly, yeah.
Was it
on
Ronaldo? Yeah, went in on him. That changed.
You know,
it changed the dynamic of the game. That did. That everyone was up, lifted the players, and then that's what we're about, isn't it? So, I think I saw it was like 132 decibels, something like that. I think it's supposed to be like the loudest in Europe or something. And so imagine that with Liverpool there. Then I think it's going to be even louder.
Same result. It'll be lovely. Thank you.
Wouldn't put it past us, to be honest.
We owed them big time.
I think we got them, but. We'll see.
I've seen too many.
I know.
So we'll see. But we play like. But all you can do is if Everton were to play like that for the final 7 games, they give themselves a hell of a chance. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, well, it's just
someone's going to have to play really well to beat us if we can play in that manner.
I'm just glad we're not looking over our shoulders because it's been tough for the last few years, hasn't it? You know.
Well, you said before we were talking before, weren't we, about Spurs, and I had that on yesterday, and it was they had. You know, they were sort of creating the half chances and stuff, and then from nowhere, Forest took the lead, and you just seen everyone sort of go, "Here we go again," and that feeling in your pit of your stomach when you sat there. I know Forest are down there as well, so that's why it's a double blow because they were below them, weren't they, before the game?
And the thing is like we've been down there quite a lot, haven't we? You know, over the last 20 odd years or whatnot, and we've always kind of had the crowd and the know-how to get out of it. I'm not sure they do because they've never really experienced it. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it will. Brad, it was good to meet you after the game. Some nice one, mate. Nice one. Yeah, so that's all we have to do now. We just got to keep it going. Keep going.
I think we will. A couple of bumps, I'm sure we'll come along.
Listen, if you're the players there, you come off now, okay, what you start saying is, if you're the manager, is look, last week you were really unlucky. Played a team that could very well be Premier League champions.
True.
You deserved the draw from them. You possibly deserved the 3 points.
We had the better chances.
So if you look at it, they had a lot of the ball, but didn't really do anything, and you've had the chances. So if you can play like that at their place, on their own turf, and look like you could win the game, then that's the level, and you've set yourself the level. Can you do that? If you do that for the last, like I said, 7 games, then people have gone really...
I've not seen a team do what Everton did to Arsenal at the Emirates in quite a while. And they were, you could tell from the Arsenal reaction to the goal, like they knew, the crowd knew that they were in a hell of a game. And I think they knew they were quite lucky at the end. Unlucky for us, lucky for them. That's the way it goes, isn't it? But I was very proud of the performance anyway.
Fantastic. Lolly Popper KZ 6S says United fan here. Everton saw Chelsea and you one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Agree.
We did. We absolutely did. Harrison Darby says, in my opinion, we should be winning every game apart from City if we play like that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, should be winning games. Chelsea fans maybe should have been saying we should be beating Everton.
True.
Shouldn't they so and things like that. But
should's a dangerous word, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What I agree with you is I think if you get to that level of performance, then teams have got to either be very lucky or they've got to go some to beat you. And that's all you can do. If you play at that level and say, right, can you beat us then? That's our level. Can you beat us? And if they can, that's footy. It happens.
I'm pretty sure that the teams that we got left to play, they're probably not overly thrilled about playing Everton at the moment.
No.
I think they'll be looking at it and going, damn, big result. They're going to be up for it. They're fighting for Europe.
Well, all
three competitions of Europe, by the way. So, is it a good time to play Everton? Nope.
The 4 games we've got away are all in London, but, Brentford, Palace, West Ham, Spurs, they're all...
I'm not worried about...
Brentford are next to
I'm
us.
not worried about being away. We've got one of the best records away.
Exactly.
So
the other 3 away games are teams below us. So.
I was more worried about the home games. But,
well, we said, we were saying the other week, we have 5 home games, and it was... If we could win 2 and maybe draw the other 3 and go unbeaten, then that'd be a really good return. Taking 9 points from 15. And when we had Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Sunderland, Burnley. So we knew we had to beat Burnley. So it was, okay, we've beat Burnley. Would you take draws against Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and then beat Sunderland? Right? So if you're looking at points, you'd go, I was looking at it, I was thinking, if we could draw with Liverpool, Chelsea and City and beat Sunderland, that'd be 6 points at home. And then I think we could win 2 of the away games. That's before Arsenal. We lost at Arsenal, so we almost had a bonus point. I was thinking we can beat Brentford. I think we will beat Brentford.
I do, yeah.
West Ham we can win, but it'll be tricky.
That'll be tricky because they're down. They're trying to fight,
Palace are just meh, aren't they? They're just in the middle.
Yeah.
They're not very good, Palace. That's a game you can win. Spurs, the pressure's on. So we'd have to win 2 of the away games. But we've beat Chelsea. So now, if we were to get 8 points against Liverpool or City, then for me, we're already a point up on what I was saying. What really helps us means one of the other games you go, well, you could afford to lose. I'm saying, we could win all bloody 3 home games left. Easily if they play like that.
Good.
So you start looking that way then and think, well, Brentford away, be tough, but it's winnable. You beat them, they're next to us. It's only goal difference separates.
That's a big
you
win
beat
if we get them.
That's huge. And then you're bouncing in against Liverpool. So Everton have done themselves a great favour. They've done themselves a really big thing at the weekend because they beat one of the teams that other people looking mightn't have fancy. This is a Chelsea team that went and beat Villa 4-1 the other week at Villa Park. And we just beat them 3-0 and comfortably. So that is for me, that's the precedent they've set now. Got to try and match it.
Yeah, we're at the right end of the table, looking up, not looking down. It's all been positive. Like I said, I'm sure there'll be a few bumps. There's bound to be a few bumps. All teams do have it, but every time we've been kicked down, we've bounced back very, very well. And long may that continue. And hopefully we won't have too many bumps. But we've got some really tough games coming up. But I go into those games thinking that we can win them. Whereas you go back a little maybe last season and you'd be like, oh, dread playing Liverpool, dread playing Brentford away, and now we're like, let's go, let's bring it on, because we know we can win.
Yeah,
and not should, we could win these games. In fact, we could win all of them. I mean, City, that'd be a tough one, but even City have dropped points to teams they shouldn't have dropped points to.
They looked good yesterday.
But they did look good yesterday, yeah. They did. I mean, Arsenal didn't look like the team, top of the league, let's put it that way. No. But again, teams always have these little bumps and
listen.
And if Arsenal don't win the league,
no, I think Mikel's in big trouble.
I think he might.
If
be
he
gone.
doesn't win the Champions League or the league, I think he's in big trouble.
I'm not sure about the Champions League. I think that might be. I'm not sure that. I'm not saying they're not good enough to win it. They are.
Oh no, but I'm saying that for me, if you're looking, they've given. I think he's had 900 million to spend. I think they've.
And he's been there a long time.
Been there a long 7 years. 900 million.
Would you have him at Everton?
Probably. Yeah,
of course you would.
He's still got affection for Everton, so of course you would.
It's theirs to throw away.
And I think at Everton, it'd probably be easier for him because all eyes are on Arsenal all the time to go and win it, and they've had a couple of chances. And if he doesn't win this one, when the 9 points ahead. Now, okay, City have got a game in hand, so it's 6, and then City played them at the Etihad, so it could be 3. So it's down to 3 points, and then that's
them getting kind of. They weren't destroyed yesterday, but they were outplayed, outclassed, and so that's got to be psychological for them a little bit.
And then if that leads whittled down to 3 points, then all of a sudden you feel everything. Everything's a tough game then.
It's
But
still theirs to throw
it's
away.
still
though,
theirs
isn't
to
it?
throw away. So
Yeah, it'd be interesting
We'll
to see what
see.
happens.
yeah, absolutely. Danny Bryan says, don't mind the 3-week break. Means we can sing. Never felt more like singing a blues for 3 weeks. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. James Farrelly says, hey lads, great win. As an overseas blue, it was incredible to see the supporters before the game. You're on a different level. Toffee's brilliant. Yeah, a few people think Tieno Barry's done. I disagree.
I think he's got a bit of a way to come back.
Oh, he has.
There's always a way back, but I think it's stop the talking, start playing, bang the goals in, silence your critics, because deservedly he's got a few. But the only way you're going to get your fans back on your side is just to go out there, do what Beto's done. I mean, Beto was same with Beto, wasn't it? It's like he's crap. He's like I said to you earlier, he does 10 really bad things and then he does one absolutely brilliant thing. If he can make 5 of those and then 3 good things, better. But he was out of the team for a while, wasn't he? So he's come back and he puts in a shift.
Got it.
Right, he's not technically gifted, but he wears his heart on his sleeve. He works hard, and he's getting his rewards now. So there is a way back, but he's going to have to do what Beto's done and come in and work his arse off.
You've got it.
Yeah,
You've got it.
And stop talking and just get on with it.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah,
Get on that pitch and work your bollocks off.
Yeah.
End the story.
Yeah.
Work your thing off for the fans and get yourself back. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Give everything. You do that. You're a footballer. You're paid to score goals and work hard.
Yeah.
And go and do it, mate. Keep your mouth shut. Go and do your job. And if you go and do your job, people will start to. He hasn't come out and called everyone's mother.
No,
destroyed the fan base, has he? Something's happened.
Yeah, of course.
You've got to learn from your mistakes.
He's young.
You know what I mean? There's an investigation going on. Like I said last week, if it comes out that he's in the wrong, he needs to come and put something on social media like he did with the thing and apologise.
He should.
And say, I've learned from it, that won't happen again, whatever, I apologise. And get your head down and work hard. And if it comes out that Evertonians are in the wrong, then that's the way it is, isn't it?
But we're not always right, though, are we? So
exactly.
We've been wrong many times.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, even putting all that over there, your job is to pull that blue shirt on and run out, go out and work your ass off like Beto did.
And don't walk down the tunnel after a game.
He was never, ever going to stay on the pitch when being booed on.
I think the right thing to do was not necessarily go around with go all the way around the pitch, but maybe come to the centre circle or something, clap around the stadium, and then leave. But to just walk off the field. Okay, he got booed. I thought it was funny at the time, but in hindsight, I think that was also the wrong thing to do from the fans. But
but then he's had the message, hasn't he?
Basically, I think him walking down the tunnel was, see you later. Not saying see you later, I'm out of the club, but like F you,
I don't
I'm not
look at
interested.
it like that, because I think when you're a young player in another country, and you see it. Remember Shaka at Arsenal, Granit Xhaka, and he's been fantastic for Sunderland.
Great sign.
They were booing him and he gave him the fingers a few times, and it doesn't help. What you have to do is maybe he's done the right thing by just running straight down the tunnel.
Maybe.
Because if he'd have done, I mean, we saw what happened with Chelsea when they went over to their fans.
What fans?
Yeah,
there's like 12 left.
23 that were left out of the whatever.
Third goal went in.
When they all got off, didn't
everyone was waving at the fans. Yeah.
When a light goes in, he just went.
It was so quick. It emptied so fast, didn't it?
But and then singing Roman Abramovich as they were going down the stairs.
Great.
Maybe he done the best thing just going down, but he's had the message.
Yeah.
Now, so right, is it sink or swim now? Right, I've done this. The fans have shown me that. Right now, I've got to work my arse off.
Yeah. Shut the fans up. Bang the goals in.
Score the goals.
Attitude.
Get on with it. Make it up. If you really don't want to be at the end of the season, you have a chat, don't you? But I don't really see it like that. But he's made an error because he's jumped on social media, which he shouldn't have done.
Yeah, social media it's
not good. Nothing good comes out of it.
We're not talk too much about social media.
Nothing good comes out of it.
No, it doesn't.
So that's what he's got to make it back up to the fans.
I hope you're right. I hope he comes out and again, because he's a young boy. There is talent there. There is talent there. I mean, coming from Spain, not a lot of players really come to the Premier League from Spain and they light it up straight away, unless you're super talented. So it was always going to be, you won't see the best of him in the first season, maybe not even the second season. It's 2 or 3 years maybe. So I think 30 million was an investment. It wasn't a here and now, which I think us Everton fans wanted a here and now. Because we're crying out for a prolific goal scorer. We have never replaced Lukaku.
No.
By the way, lovely to see Yakubu.
The yak.
He walked past me, still absolutely massive. But we never really replaced Lukaku, and that's a really, really hard player to replace. And I'm not sure all Evertonians understand that, but we really do need to have the options up top. And if Barry stays, that's great. If Beto goes, okay. But we do need at least another 2 in, like you said. Yeah, but definitely. Different types of strikers.
You've got to, because there's many different puzzles to solve in the Premier League, and it's just doing the same thing. Yeah. Doesn't always help. Emma says, send Spurs down last day and have Richard Arlison driving the team bus home.
I still laugh about that. That's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I mean, we play him last game of the season, don't we? So we could potentially send him now. So.
Robert Jones says, I think it was a massive turning point on Saturday. The house became a home.
Agreed.
The Champions League spot's up for grabs, and we're hitting form as everyone else around us seems to be dropping off. We can at least dream for 3 weeks.
Agreed.
Yeah. David Murphy says, what's your thoughts on Zane Fleming at Burnley, Baz? He's, what I would say, right, is he's a handful. He's massive.
Yeah.
And he's a handful, but I
think we got enough players
we're past that. But you know what? He's
doing well for them.
He's doing well.
Yeah. Maybe.
Don't know.
I personally probably not. But it's not to say he's not a good player. He's doing really well. So.
Is he what we need though? No. That's what we're saying. If you're looking at like maybe an extra, sort of body in your squad. We've got
player,
8 Premier League goals this season for a team.
Which isn't bad.
A team that's poor. He's 27.
Oh, no, maybe
22, maybe 23, maybe. Yeah. But as a squad player.
It's a different option, I suppose.
Then maybe it's a different option, and then that would mean then you go and get a quicker...
pacey little striker, Maybe.
Connor Wilkins on the Super Chat says, up the fucking Toffees and roll tide Andy.
Hello, Connor. He lives above me.
There you go.
You've met Connor.
Have I?
Yeah, you've met him.
Oh, fair play. Hello, Connor. You can't see his face properly on it, so I can't tell if I recognise him. But
I'll show you after.
Oh, I'm sure Dickie Bob on here.
Yeah.
Fair play, yeah. I can recognise
he's
that face. Good
he's
lad.
A fancy man, he is.
Good lad.
Yeah.
That's right, Connor. Hope you're well. David also says, nobody mentioned we should have had a penalty when Sanchez miskicked the ball and kicked Beto in the midriff. And then he took the ball off him. I haven't seen it again, to be honest. It was obviously the first.
Was that the first?
The first seconds, wasn't it?
It was first half.
Was it the one straight from the kick-off, you mean, when he took the ball off him and fell?
Let's see what he says. I think it's the first one. I don't recall it. I mean, I don't recall a foul on the box where the Everton fans went nuts. So,
well, it was it. If you think of the first one when Beto took it off him and then he slipped.
Well, if you're talking about that one, then I haven't seen a replay.
No, I
haven't
seen it back.
Maybe.
Pip says Lois Openda. He's
yeah.
Phil Stevens says reckon we'll get Richie back when Spurs go down. He didn't look happy going off yesterday. Yeah, I mean it was crazy them taking him off.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
But Gladiator says, I was away camping watching that match at 3 a.m. on the iPad in Perth, Australia time.
True.
Silently celebrating in the dark, trying not to wake the whole campsite. What a win.
You should have woke them all up, mate. You should have gone for it. You should have gone for it. I would have. But fair play to you, though.
Glenn Barrett says, what a sensational weekend that was. There was an older fella in front of me. He was nearly in tears before the game. Turns out he arrived from Oz the night before and it was his first visit to the new ground. Absolutely blew him away. Big hugs all around the full time. Asked him, could he make it to every home game? Yeah, you need to bring your dad to every home game now, you know that. Mark Mack says, I think Barry will go, so we'll need to buy 3 strikers.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it out of the realms of possibilities. No.
Steve P says, I don't see how we don't give Garner Gay a new contract. It'd be stupid not to.
Oh, I think he will. I think
his age...
he'll get another year.
Do you? Mm-hmm. I don't know whether there is actually another option. I think there probably will be.
Yeah.
I don't think his age is that big of a factor.
No, look at Modric.
Like it will be with any other player because he's a physical freak. He could easily still be playing at 40 and losing him from the squad when you don't need to.
Well, you'd have to
be a
replace him
massive
with
loss,
someone very, very similar. And, I mean, that's a job enough because you're going to have to pay a lot of money for someone like him.
Steve says as well, if you watched him and didn't know who he was, you'd never think he was 36.
No, you wouldn't.
So you can't look at his age if that much of a factor like you will with other players.
Yeah, true.
But that said, we do need to bring in his long-term replacement this summer. João Gomez would be perfect. Few clubs looking at it.
That's a good shout.
Bill says best performance at home all season. Fans were brilliant and the front players really stepped up and were backed by a robust defence and control in midfield from Garner and Dewsbury Hall. I questioned if the forwards could deliver. Beto's had his best game, possibly in a blue shirt, and Jai's third was magic. We are right in the European hunt.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Jay says evident to me that you can spend £1 billion on players, but it tends to bring prima donnas who throw it in when the chips are down. As Everton start to spend more, I hope we stick to buying players who get what it is to be at this club. Hard work, desire, and a sprinkling of class. Humility goes a long way too.
I think we've had our time of being reckless with spending. I think with especially with Moyes at the helm, there's no way I think that will ever happen.
Well, it's the character.
Well, Moyes is very good at.
He doesn't
he
doesn't like players who, and then maybe we get a bit of an insight into some players who.
So my question would be is like, because I don't count last season as a Moyes season, although he came in halfway through the season and did an outstanding job, and he's doing another outstanding job. How long do we give him?
Well, he's still got a year left, so let's just see.
Do we give him another one after that?
Let's see.
Do we put him? Because in my opinion is I think we give him two years, let him build, and then he goes upstairs. And I don't think if Moyes stays at the club and goes upstairs, I don't think we'll ever get another director of football. I think he might become like a general manager, just like an overseer. And I think David Moyes would be. I don't want David Moyes to ever leave Everton. I think he is Everton, and what he's done. I cried out for David Moyes about 3 years ago, and I got a lot of shit for it. But I thought to myself, he's the only one that can sort this mess out. And
well, he's in at the right time now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, with the new owners and everything.
He's in at the right time.
And I love how our new owners. Well, I've not heard anything from him. No. And I think that as much as I'd like to have just like an interview or something, being that silent in the background, I kind of like that because Moshiri was a lot of noise. I'll always thank him for the stadium and whatnot, but just a lot of noise. So I'm quietly hoping that he stays the way he is because it's working.
I'd like to hear something from him.
It'd be nice.
Not regularly.
Yeah,
Don't
just like one interview.
Just something.
One interview. Yeah.
Adam says the noise for the first 5 minutes or so after that second goal went in when we were singing "We're by far the greatest team" was genuinely frightening.
Yeah,
that's the one where the whole ground joined in. The same at Goodison, and when it happens, you just know that we've won the game.
Yeah.
Jay Radcliffe says, what a day, what a performance and scoreline. Hill Dickinson is officially Everton. Blood and thunder is what we crave, and we got it by the bucket load. The only negative for me is the Barry issue that's lingering. Yes, he was booed, but Saturday with the euphoria, he should have applauded us.
Yeah,
Bridges
I
in
agree with
football
that.
can be built. Good to see Baz after the game also. It's good to see you, Jay. Listen, I don't know. It's everything's personal, isn't it? If you're a young lad and you come on and you've been given stick and booed, if it had been quiet boos, yeah, but a lot of people joined in.
It was loud. It was very loud. It was very telling, really.
Why would you? You're asking a young lad to put that out of his mind. But maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying he was in the right. I'm just saying I can understand he might have been really upset by it.
Well, flip side. The Everton fans are upset with him.
So, no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I don't like our players being booed.
No, I don't.
Right, no. I really don't. Even players I don't agree should be playing, I still clap them when the names read. They've got a shirt, they've got an Everton shirt.
They're wearing the blue.
So I don't like it.
That's fair.
But I never, to be honest, I never agreed with Rooney getting booed all the time, and. Because when we stopped booing him,
that's a tough one.
When we stopped booing him, his influence in the game just dropped.
Yeah,
it just totally dipped. Gerrard was the same. I hated Steven Gerrard, hated it. But I used to think don't fucking boo him.
You
Don't
light
give him
fire
that.
under him,
Yeah,
didn't
don't
it?
give him
Yeah.
that little bit of extra. Do
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I always think it's really telling if it's quiet. Like if he would have said, Rossi, if he got the name right, no, he did. To be fair, if he would have said, coming on number 11, Sienna Barry. No one. That was it.
Yeah.
No one even clapped.
That's fair, yeah.
Then I think that's quite telling as well. That's sort of, you're thinking, what's happening here? But I've got listen, people wanted to send the message. He's had the message sent.
Yeah,
people aren't happy with you.
Just let it go now.
People aren't happy with you. But what I'm saying is, for him, maybe that was quite a big shock.
And I think we forget how young he is as well, because he is very young.
I'm saying he's in the right, by the way. I'm just saying,
no.
maybe what I'm trying to do is put myself in his shoes, and he's come on. I might not look at what I said on social media as being really bad, because I'm looking at it from these are just a group of my mates who I've given tickets to, and this has happened. Yeah. And again, this is not me talking. I'm saying if it was me, and he's not from this country, and his mates have come, it's in London, can you get us tickets? And me and Ped were saying this last week. It blows my mind that the club would give him tickets in our end anyway. If players, not just Everton, I know that a lot of clubs do this, but there should be a set of tickets within the stadium for players.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like a neutral zone.
Almost. I mean, you're never going to get it because we're all there, but almost, yeah. Like, these are, I don't know, say it's 30 tickets. Might be 50, right? Yeah. So every club's allocated 50 tickets, and that's where, if their family and friends want to go, that's where they go. So they're not in with the rank and file fan, people who are going
bit of common sense,
everywhere. So from his perspective, he might have just be looking, going, well, I'll just give me mates tickets, and they've been just fighting, whatever. So in his mind, he mightn't fully get the sort of magnitude of the situation. On Saturday, he was told by Evertonians when he come on. Yeah. They weren't happy with him. So what he's got, okay, now he's gone down the tunnel. Now, different people will say different things.
Of course, yeah.
Some people will be like, he should have clapped no matter what. Some will say he should have clapped, and even if people were having a go at him, he'll have seen it. And others, I think, will look and go, he's probably devastated and ran down the tunnel. Or he's pissed off and ran down the tunnel.
But somehow he's got to turn that around.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, regardless of what we're saying, he has to turn it around and shut us all up.
Absolutely.
And prove to everyone just how good he is. I mean, if he's off, he's off. If he stays, then he has to work. You know.
Exactly.
So that's it. Just shut everyone up by getting out there, doing your job. Because at the end of the day, he's paid. So
if he scored in the derby, then a lot of people would forgive him, wouldn't he?
Oh, they'd be kissing him.
You know what I mean? No, but that's the thing.
Kissing him,
so what he should be thinking today is, how do I turn this round then?
Score.
And it's simple. Bang
the ball in the back of the net,
and that's where he'll need people at the club to go. That mightn't have been very nice for you coming on, mate, but they've backed you most week. Like, why have they cheered you on and sung your name and done this?
And I imagine Moisey would have done that.
Yeah, I'm sure he
has
done
that.
I think after it they will. But you know what I mean? They've backed you the whole season. Yeah. And then the next minute you get, why do you think that is? Because you've done this and you've had to go with them. So the only way to get a bit, some people will go, he's done with me. That's fine. He can't. That's up to them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell anyone how to behave, how to feel, because we're all emotional individuals. But for him to get the majority of the people who were pissed off with him back on side a bit, you go out and you run yourself into the ground. You get yourself a goal, you run and you show them you do care, and you will charge the ball down, you will run lost causes for them, because that's the job of a centre forward. That's why Beto gets more love than maybe he should do at times. That's why you mainly ask people sort of go, it's in the ass though, because he ran around. He was probably one of the worst strikers ever to play for Everton.
110%.
But when he played, he ran around like a madman. So people went, right, okay, I'm going to back you because you're trying everything for me.
I think the romance with Beto is because he's a blue. You know.
Well, it's the thing. And you see a lad who goes, I want to do so well for you. And you look at him and go...
Did you see his interview? He said he said about, I'm home. That's the kind of words that are going to get the Evertonians behind you. He says the right things. I want him to succeed so bad. We all want Beto to succeed. I want Barry to succeed. You know, even though he's made a mistake, but
it's how you come back. You can all make mistakes.
How you bounce back from your mistakes.
You can all make mistakes, and if people are hypocrites who go, "Well, he's done with me," and you've never made a mistake in your life, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe you. I think we've all made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I've made terrible decisions, silly decisions, stuff where you go, I'm just going to do that. And then you go, what the fuck was I thinking? I've made them.
Yeah.
I've made them. I'm not perfect.
That's what makes us human, Barry.
So players have made mistakes, and players will make mistakes and will continue to.
Yeah.
It's how you bounce back from it. It's how you recover from it.
Yeah.
And if he wants to be petulant and carry on being petulant, then he won't be for very long at this football club. If he wants to go, no, you know what? I'm going to make it up to you by doing this.
And that's the right thing to do.
And that's what he should do, because he's paid by Everton Football Club. Pip says there's a really good, strong English core to Everton's team. There is.
Yes.
Ralph says, in what ways has Moyes evolved as a manager, tactically and man management, during his 15 years away from Everton?
That's a hell of a question.
Well, it was 13, but it was 12 actually, wasn't it? 12 years away. I think tactically managing games. I mean, you've coached and do coach. It's the more games you manage, the more stuff you see.
I don't think he's changed an awful lot. I think he's evolved with the game, because all coaches should evolve with the game. But I don't see an awful lot of change with Moyes in terms of like how he does things. I'd like to see. Obviously, I think we all want to see attacking fullbacks. But formation-wise, he hasn't. I don't think he's changed much in terms of what he was when he was with us the first time, right?
I think he's a bit more mellow.
Yeah.
I think he's a bit more mellow. I think
he was maybe even a little braver when he was here first time, because he played a lot of youngsters.
Yeah,
then.
I think he
won't do that now.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's more cautious now.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, we were very attacking on Saturday.
Yeah.
I have no issue with it. It's the problem when for me, it's just being a little bit braver when we have to be on the front foot. These games were always going to suit Everton, Chelsea, Liverpool, and City. They were always going to suit us because we don't expect to have the ball, and we are really good on the counter for some reason, even though we haven't got pace. We seem to play that counter-attack game quite well. So these were always going to suit us. I think maybe where he isn't quite as brave as he was the first time yet is when the routine wins, the ones where you have to go after teams. And to be fair, Burnley was very routine. And I've seen Burnley give other teams a bit of a harder time. He drew with that Liverpool Anfield, didn't he? And we just swatted them away. But there's been other games where we should have done that and we didn't. He was too cautious. His subs against Bournemouth when we were terrible. Bringing Addison Armstrong on the left wing.
I think he takes a little too long with his subs. I think, his in-game management, I've questioned it a few times. Sometimes I've sat and watched Everton and I'm like, we need a change. We need a change. Like we need to change the dynamics of our team, which could in turn change the dynamics of the game. Defensively, he's always been an exceptional manager. I think.
He has. No, he has.
So you're always going to get a really, really strong, core defensively. I've always been a little sceptical of, again, in the final third with Moyes. But going back to his first stint with us, I think it was pretty much the same.
Yeah, he's not. He's that. If I had to, I mean, again, it's well documented. I love Moyes, regardless of what happens.
I love him.
Whatever, I love him, but he has got the 30%. He does bear me head out. I'm like, oh, David, please. Defensively outstanding.
Yes.
Organised, outstanding.
Always, yeah.
Final third, he's not amazing, and which is why, again, I would bring in a designated coach, an attacking coach. I don't think some of the players he had here the first time were very attacking, and we played great football. But even then, the year we got. We would imagine. The year we finished in the Champions League, Marcus Bent was a striker. He had 5 goals. Do you know what I mean? We didn't score tons of goals because it's built on defence, which is fine. But I do hope he evolves and gets a designated forward coach.
It will be very interesting to see the type of player he tries to get in the summer, because then I think that will tell you what he is going to do next season. This season was always about stability and making sure we weren't looking over our shoulder. I mean, like you said at the end of the game in the interview, like, it's amazing. Right now we're fighting for Europe, and that's incredible when you think about where we have been.
No,
I mean, and I'll put it all on the table now. I think we're getting Europe. I do. I will be very surprised if we don't get in the Conference League as a minimum. I would be.
I'm not joining in.
No, I know you won't. But I'm being optimistic.
No, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it, mate. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact we're in the hunt, and I'm loving even the other week that you lose and you're like, is that it now? And then they pick themselves right back up at Newcastle. You know, to be pegged back and goes 2 minutes later, go and score, to be pegged back at 2-2 and a minute later they score again. That's incredible resilience. It really is.
It's David Moyes, mate. It's a typical David Moyes team. They used to do that all the time.
Let's just keep it going. But fans, like I said, when I said this last week on Friday, and Jacob was horny for the match when I'd finished my speech, weren't you, Jacob, on Friday? You know, we went into flow state and got it whipped up. But I was trying to say that when we're all together, the fans are just together, and they're on that thing, and it gets through to the players. When that happens, there's an electricity about Everton, there's an energy about Everton, and it feels like, no. And this is what happened this is 84, 85, 80, that fan base sort of got, because 83 was very fragmented. That was there as a kid, 9,000, 8,000, people throwing cushions, people get out the club and this, that and the other. And all of a sudden it got on a roll, and the fans got on a roll. And 95 when we won the cup, they got on a roll, the fans, and we were crap. But Royal come in and he got it,
galvanised everybody.
Everyone stuck together. And when we've had to do it, Moyes' era the first time, we were very much together, mostly as a fan base, really. And we were very good at home under David Moyes. If we'd have had Lukaku, any of the years he'd have won a trophy, Moyes, there's no doubt about it. Yeah. And we've gone away, and the times we have been able to go, look, we need to be together here. Stop slagging each other off on social media and stop doing this and doing that. Let's try to just be together. And when we had to do it with Lampard, we done it. We done it with with Dyche, with Bournemouth, and Moyes coming last season, galvanised everyone, and we ended up, by February, we were clear of relegation. It's done, because he just got it done early. We get on that roll
Imagine if we can do that all the time.
Do it. Saturday, to me, was just like, there it is. We've wanted something, there it is. The 1878 organised the Coachwell. Everyone turned up. The fans were incredible. The flares were out. Bloody Smurfs everywhere. In the stadium, people... The first time, walking down Regent Road, Evertonians were singing. Walking down the road, going across the bridge to the stadium. And I didn't go to Coachwell. Okay. I'm on. My lad played so bad. It weren't going to happen. Walking into the Fan Plaza, Everton, people singing. Walked in my gate on the concourse, the first time ever this season. There was fans singing on the concourse. It hasn't happened any game. It's not happened. It was loud, and we were walking along going, this feels totally different. It felt so different. And then in the stadium, getting my hair standing up now, because it hasn't been like that. And we were in there, and it was like, when you're there, and I don't like doing this, and because I always think I jinx myself, but I was thinking, we've won this game. We hadn't even kicked off, and I was thinking, we'll win this.
I was so quietly confident that we were going to win. Woke up, skies were blue.
I mean, I'd said for weeks, this is the game that I thought we'd win. But it wasn't that. It
felt so special.
It was a knowing that we'd win.
It felt powerful. It felt powerful. Kickoff. I don't know anybody around me that wasn't like eyes on the game, but like just looking at the South Stand with the flags and everything. I mean, it was powerful. Now we've done it against Chelsea. Can we do it till the end of the season and then beyond? Because I think, if we can keep doing this, it picks the players up, and Everton responds so well to the crowd. They're very responsive.
We're a fan base, I think. We're a fan base that needs intensity in our play. We need shots and crosses and tackles, and we need to involve the crowd.
We do.
When we don't involve the crowd, people just sit there going, this is crap. Saturday we involved the crowd, and it was, you couldn't hear yourself.
No one around me was just kind of like, on their phones or anything like that.
Everyone
Eyes on the game,
singing, start clapping, cheering, tackles, and it just went round the ground. And when it does that, that place is ridiculous the way it's been designed. It's unbelievable.
Very loud.
So now we've got to do it. Danny said the Henry V rally cry from Baz. I was ready to go straight away. So on Friday we were ready for it. Mark said it was Boss Baz, wasn't it? Danny said, yeah, it was bouncing. It was absolutely amazing. And it was the day that you sort of went, we're home.
Yeah. So what?
This is home.
So one of the parents, Jeremy, he's a big sports fan. He, you know, ice hockey, basketball, soccer, American football. He put it in football. He put it in his top 5 best ever experiences, sports events. So that makes me very, very happy. It means something, you know. I mean, everybody's just come away and said it was absolutely amazing. So
Gavin said, had an amazing first trip over to the Hill Dickinson. What a result, what a ground, and as always, what a city. The atmosphere was immense from the bus welcome to all through the game. So lucky to be sitting in the South Stand. Me and Ethan have lost our voices, even managed to shake Jacob's hand before the start. He defo thought I was crazy. Someone shake your hand before the game and you thought they were crazy?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, that was Gavin. Then a tour of the stadium on Sunday. Such an amazing weekend. Made up for you, Gavin, really am. Nick says, I'm a big fan of Beto because he has the desire and the passion and the heart to keep going until he drops.
Yeah, he does.
You can't buy that anymore. Most of these kids are spoiled. You're absolutely right.
Spot on.
AJ said, no trouble standing during the game. I just looked around the ground. There were pockets of people up dancing to Spirit of the Blues when we sang. Yeah. Alex said, just on a prediction table for the end of the season, we finished 7th on 58 points and Spurs went down.
I'll take 7th.
Ralph said, am I the only one who thought Jordan's save against Chelsea was better than the Newcastle one? Yeah, probably.
The reaction time, and yeah, for sure. Yeah, how he gets up from. The initial cross.
Hang on, you thought that was better than the Newcastle?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was a great save.
No, it was a great save. But like both saves, the reactions were outstanding. But if you consider the volley from Tonali, it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it was
you couldn't hit it any better.
Power, technique.
Yeah, but the cross where he flapped it and he was on the floor and he got up. So. It's not better, but it's
a great save.
It's up there, save. You know.
Max says, what a time to be alive. Finally able to watch the daily live and not on a podcast. It's right, Max. Barry said, all the Liverpool fans I work with are now worried, sick that we'll finish in 5th over them.
Good.
Yeah, let them worry. Phil Stevens says, what a day, and if that doesn't prove how important it is to have a game kick off at a reasonable time and on a weekend, again proven by the amount of fans left at the end. Absolutely, mate.
Yep.
And I have to say, because I have moaned about it, well done everyone who stayed right at the end, and the players got to have that moment. Well done everyone here. It was brilliant. Brilliant to see so many in that South Stand, for the players to be able to have a huge win and not look around and see a ground with hardly anyone in because people have had to get off. Fantastic. Well done. AJ says, what a day Saturday was. Sun's out on a Saturday, big win, and town full of blues. Definitely the loudest I've heard that place, and loved Moyes' comment about it being on a Saturday and not on a night game. Josh says, what a day, what a win. Saturday was incredible. Now let's do it again. Matt Gibson, first post in a while, so I'll simply say up the Toffee. You said that, but then I noticed you saying there's something very Moyes, Everton, about being in the hunt for Europe this late in the season, isn't there? Just picking up where he left off, and I've got a lot of time for that. I believe he can now do what restrictions stopped them doing the first time round.
Hope so.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Right, you tremendous people. We are done. Final word will be out later, so make sure you check that out. Give this a like and subscribe if you're having. Big thanks to Andy coming over, just come over from Alabama just to do this show. Tremendous commitment, and I'm here for it. Right, see you later. Bye.